waiting around for you to call back. Pacing around my room in my dad. Crazy, crazy, I want you to know.
Hello. What do I tell you? To be honest, I am in a rotting stage right now. These are the days when we don't have classes to attend anymore. We are done everything. We're just waiting for the exams to arrive. So we are preparing for exams and all, and we don't have a schedule anymore. We have to study, eat, sleep, and do whatever. And that has put me in a rotting stage because all I do is study, sleep, and eat. That is putting me in a really bad cycle. I don't know, it's very monotonous. That is making me go crazy. I'm just like, to get over that, I started reading a book. I decided I wouldn't read anymore because my exams are there. Like, I do have a month or more for my exams, but still, I thought I wouldn't read. But that isn't doing anything good. So, to divert myself and not actually rot, I am reading White Nights by Fyodor Dostoevsky. So yeah, I'm reading him. It's a very tiny book, like very flimsy and tiny book. It's nearly 90 pages. It's basically about these two people who meet on a random night and find comfort, warmth, and solace in each other, and they start meeting each other at every night, keeping this one thing between them, that we are not to fall in love with each other, man and a woman, and we know how it goes. So far, I am enjoying it. On my ebook, I tried reading something, but as soon as I start reading something on my phone, I fall asleep. So that's not going anywhere. Let's get started with it. Okay, hi. So I think it's going to be a reading vlog again. To give you updates, I'm done reading White Nights by Fyodor Dostoevsky, and I gave it 3 stars. Not because I didn't like it, but because I really liked it. But I have read such books before as well. It felt like a generic book, and I cannot blame the author because author did a great job. But I think the kind of books that I've read with a similar concept came from this book only. They got their ideas or the concept from this book. I think this is the original one, and I read it too late because I've watched these kind of movies, I have watched this kind of series, I've read these books. Like this trope is like oversaturated. It's kind of a trope where two people meet, they like each other, but the other one of them likes someone else, and one of them falls in love with the other person, like hopelessly. So that is the first book that we read for this vlog, and the next book that I am going to read is Days at the Morisaki Bookshop by Satoshi Yakisawa, and I'm interested. And it is translated fiction, translated by Eric Ozawa. Look at the cover, it's so pretty. And my bookmark is this bookish bookmark. I think this book is about this familial bond between this uncle and his niece. Niece has recently gone through a bad breakup, is in a healing stage, and she joins this bookshop as like a bookkeeper or something. Stays there, and we see this familial bond between the uncle and the niece and other people as well who are regular at this Morisaki bookshop. So yeah, we're gonna do that. And this is a slow vlog because I'm filming it on an expanse of like a month or something, because I'm studying religiously for my coming exam. But whenever I want to break, I am going to do this. Also, I'm thinking to do a little bit of pampering because I am, as I said, in a rotting stage. I'm rotting really bad, and so I'm gonna do this one. I'm putting on salicylic acid clarify sheet masks. I feel these sheet masks are really drying. I don't find them moisturizing at all. But anyway, I spend my money on them, so okay, let's do it. And
Two, three. Never been to California, never been to LA, so I'll stay home and write these songs, pretend I'll make it someday. My friends are getting married, they're all settling down, so I'll lay here, watch the ceiling fan go round and round.
hi, hello. So yeah, I just started reading Days at I don't think you can see it, but it's Days at Morisaki Work by Satoshi Yagisawa. I'm doing a read with me thing and having this beautiful chocolate Kit Kat pastry that my friend gave me, lit a vanilla scented candle, and yeah, having the time of my life, I think. This is the cake. Iftisha gave me. If you don't know who Iftisha is, what you're doing on my channel. Maybe I never introduced her. She is in my vlogs all the time, but yeah, she gave it to me. Thank you, Ify. Love you.
And it's always gone too fast.
So I've gotten myself this print, and I wanted to change up a little bit my study setup so that I can inspire myself to study better. It's like always the same, so it's very uninspiring. So I got myself some prints and also some wall posters to change and make the setup a little more pretty.
Trip to the beach or the life of James Dean, and it kills me to think I'm avoiding the pill I can't swallow. Haven't seen my twin brother, I keep missing his calls. It's funny just how easily a family can drift apart. I'm finally getting married to an angel in human form, but I
अरे चप्पल पहने क्यों नहीं आए हो रहा है हाँ मतलब आ रहा नहीं आ तो नहीं रहा ना बारिश नहीं मैं पूछ रही थी क्यों आई
Hello. So it's raining and I've come to terrace and I'm enjoying rain watching and listening to audiobook, and it is called Piranesi. I'm loving it. It's so good. reading books, listening to books. Rainy weather is just like heavenly. And also I'm switching between Piranesi and this book. I'm taking this book really slow, even though it's just 150 pages, because I'm in love with this book and I don't want it to finish. It's so slow and so cozy. And I'm also looking for more books that are about bookshops or the art of bookkeeping. Happy rainy season. This season makes me absolutely happy. So happy.
Waiting around for you to call back. Pacing around my room and my dad. Crazy, crazy, I want you to know what you have against me. The city is not the place for us to be. 'Cause I'm trying to figure out why you hate me. Was it something I did? Yeah, I don't need to offend. I'm just waiting, because of all of the lies. Yeah, you don't need to disguise your face.
Hi. So I just took a bath and I forgot that I have to update you about the books that I finished, about the books that I'm reading. That's something that we do on this channel and particularly in this video. So let's do that. So yeah, I just finished. It was yesterday night. I finished reading Days at the Morisaki Bookshop by Satoshi Yagisawa. Can you see it? Yes, you can. It was a beautiful, beautiful read. It's so cozy. The description of bookshops, the mundane and slow and not really important days going on. It is about this beautiful relationship between Takako and her uncle Satoru. And Satoru runs this Morisaki bookshop, which is a generational bookshop, and Takako is going through some hardship, and now she has moved into her uncle's bookshop and is working part-time there. The relationship, I really loved the first part of the book, but when the book starts, like its second part, which is called part 2, Momoko return. Momoko is the aunt of Takako. So when the second book starts, I'm not really impressed with that part, because only this much talks about the bookshop, which is half of the, even less than half of the book, and rest of it talks about aunt and niece's relationship, which was not something that I was interested in. Obviously I'm interested in human relationship and dynamics, but the book did not say that. The book promised the relationship dynamics between Satoru and Takaku in the bookshop, how bookshop affects it and all. I really loved the kind of characters that were introduced in this book in a coffee shop, and the regular customers and the guy she meets in the coffee shop, and everything was fantastic. But I just don't understand why he had to put this Momoko angle to it. Like, it had nothing to do with the bookshop. It did not even take place in the bookshop. So that is a little bit disappointment. So I gave it 3.5 stars. It could have been higher if that Momoko thing did not happen, or Momoko thing happened in the bookshop, and how bookshop helps the relationship dynamic. Okay, to give you one more update, I also finished reading Piranesi by Susanna Clark. I listened it on my phone as in the form of an audiobook. To recapitulate, this book is about this person called Piranesi who lives in this house which is extremely complicated. It has a lot of labyrinths, a lot of corridors, rooms, architectural structures. You keep on discovering new rooms every single time. It's very difficult to wade through the house. So yeah, the house is divided into 3 parts, which is lower, middle and upper. Lower is ocean, middle is where people live and all the rooms and architectural stuff happens, and the upper level is filled with clouds. So this Piranesi person is the only person living, and he thinks that there is one more person, and he calls that person the other. they meet and all, the other person tells him that there's this something sinister lurking around to harm you, so be careful, be wary of that. And Piranesi starts journaling, things happen, a lot of things happen. So this book is, a homage to architecture, how architecture can be beautifully evasive, beautifully dangerous in a way, how architecture can pit you against yourself and you never know what you're going into. That beauty, the way descriptions have been, I can't explain. And also, this mystery thing going on with this particular book is good, but mm, they, just because they tried to make this book also a mystery, made it lose some of its brilliance for me, because I am a avid mystery reader. I read a lot of mysteries and thrillers, so when it started to go into that direction, I just lost that interest that I had in this architectural form. I just, like, my sleuthing brain started working its own game. Almost never want to find out who the villain is in every single mystery or thriller series, but I kind of did in this. If you are someone who loves to read poetic descriptions of architecture, plain walls and statues, labyrinths, go for it. The writing style is so smooth, fluid, lovely to read. Now to talk about what I'm going to read next. So I'm going to read Mooncakes by Suzanne Walker. This is a graphic novel, 250 pages, gonna take me very less time. I'm gonna read about it. So, to talk about what this book is about, so this is about a girl who knows more magic than an average witch. She works at her grandmother's bookshop, and where she helps out, loan spell books to people to help them with their problems. And sometimes she also helps in some supernatural occurrings that happen in New England town. And one fateful night, she follows a report of a white wolf in the woods, and she comes across her childhood crush, who is fighting a horse spirit, if you said horse demon in the woods. Is a werewolf. So yeah, Tam is werewolf. Tam, the crush, is a werewolf, and Tam has been wandering from place to place for years, unable to call any town home. Yeah, so sad. So now, pursued by dark forces eager to claim the magic of wolves, and out of options, Tam turns to Nova for help to this girl. So every other dark force want Wolf's power, so Tam has no other option, so he turns to Nova, said, help me girl. Now in this backdrop of witchcraft, bookshops, rekindling feelings and family ties, new and old bonds, and this journey of self-discovery, we're gonna read this beautifully illustrated graphic novel. Okay, so yeah, that was the update. So yeah, let's see. Hello, we have reached the end of the reading vlog, as I finally read The Mooncakes by Suzanne Walker. Them are from LGBT community, both are girls, but one identifies as they, them, and one is she, her. So a little bit of LGBTQ aspect is in this book. The book is a very poorly written book because dialogues are really tacky, story is really predictable, it's like nothing new, nothing special. The only good thing that this book had, the illustration, that also they didn't do like wholeheartedly, because until half of the book is illustrated well, the book is colored well, but rest half is just plain black and white. You cannot like get the same feel from that because it is supposed to be a cozy graphic novel. And when I think I relate colors to cozy, I don't think black and white is that cozy when it comes to graphic novels. It's my opinion. I'm not like trying to offend anybody, but that's what I think. When you're doing a witchy story and a supernatural story, forest spirits and all of that, you need colors for that. majorly read it for the feels, not for the story, because stories are always almost like average as far as I've read. And if that's not the case, do recommend me more good graphic novels. Oh, but anyway, it was like cute and cozy, and yeah, so but I had great fun filming and talking about videos and enjoying this beautiful rainy season. So yeah, I'll see you in my next vlog. Bye bye.